The Game of Years was fucked this year. What's up, guys? So, I watched the Game Awards yesterday. Um, I watched a little bit of like just the categories and most of the announcements. Because there was stuff going on in the background. I was kind of hearing everything all in between. Um, so announcements. For games. It was cool. They added Sephiroth in Smash Ultimate. They showed Perfect Dark getting a remake. That was cool. Mass Effect, Dragon Age. Um, they showed like little different things like that. They showed Scarlet Nexus, which does that game look so good? Um, but yeah, so there was quite a bit of announcements. There were a few that I was really excited for. Some that kind of wasn't really, um, but yeah, so Game Awards they announced a couple new stuff, and then obviously they showed all the awards. So obviously nobody took it seriously. Nobody took the Game Awards this year, which is I I think there's a reason why, and the reason why that is because this game here, Last of Us Part Two, won Game of the Year. Yep, it won Game of the Year. It basically spit on everybody that hated on this game and everybody that didn't even want this game to be there in the beginning. Um, I I really am very infuriated that the Game Awards, the people at the Game Awards would actually cater to this game right here. That would actually give it the game of the year. Now, obviously, it got nominated for other things, which you can see right here. It got Best Narrative, Best Game Direction. Um, it got Best Audio Design. It got Best Performance by Laura Bailey. And then obviously it got something else. I think it also got Innovation for Accessibility, Best Action Adventure, and I think that's it. Yep, that's it. So in total, from all that was nominated, it has a total of 7 awards. Like 7 awards this game won. This game right here won 7 awards. And I actually kind of fucking knew it was going to happen. I knew, and I think everybody was. Because, again, it just seems like the Game Awards wants to go back and repeat history what happened last year. Where they cater towards Death Stranding, and it caused major controversy. And now, it obviously won like 2 or 3, but it goes exactly with this, right? It goes exactly what happened with this. Because of the fact that they cater towards this shit and how they cater to SJWs and how they cater to Naughty Dog and how a piece of shit this game is, everything just goes to show that it was rigged. The Game Awards, it was rigged, right? Because I don't understand how a game like this, a piece of shit game that is full of SJW, is completely trash. The storyline's horrible. Like, I can go on and on about this game. And the fact that this game won for some reason over big titles like Final Fantasy VII, Ghost of Tsushima, and Animal Crossing. Especially Ghost of Tsushima, because Ghost of Tsushima, I was really hoping this game would win. And it's funny that this originally was supposed to win. Um, the votes that came in, like the early percentage of the votes, it was this game that got a higher percentage than Last of Us Part 2 did. But I have this theory that Last of Us Part 2, the only reason why it got the Game of the Year and it got all these different awards was so that way the Game Awards probably got paid to actually put this game in there. Either that, or it obviously the journalists and the media press and everything probably wanted to cater to this, knowing that this game was shit, knowing that people would not be, they would be very upset over this, over this game winning. Now, I've had people complain about this game. I've seen quite a bit of people talk about this game. I've seen people get so infuriated like me about the decision of them trying to have a game of the year and how it's winning all these number of awards and everything. And honestly, I agree with everybody who is pissed about this because I'm pissed about this too. Even though I wasn't surprised that it was going to win because let's be real here. The Game Awards is a joke. It is. It's a joke. That's why nobody takes it seriously, right? And this is an example of that. Like it's still it's still I still don't get it that this game would win over these other titles. Like even if Hades won, it's still I wouldn't get upset because it's actually a pretty good indie game, I'll admit. And same with Doom Eternal. Doom Eternal's a pretty good shooter. All these games would have been better than Last of Us Part 2. That's the way I look at all these other titles. If all these titles here that I'm like putting my mouse on, if all these five titles, if one of them won besides this game, I would have been even more happier. I'd be like, you know what? Okay, good. Anything's better than The Last of Us. Like that's honestly that's the way I look at it. Um, but no, it just I don't understand. And obviously they kind of ran with the whole SJW activist thing, of course, because everything in Hollywood does. I mean, to me, the way I look at SJW for Hollywood, it's just nothing but attention. It's nothing but protecting status. It's just them trying to fucking attack other people because of their own dumbass opinions. Like, it's stupid. It really is. And the Game Awards definitely are an example of that. So I really don't get it. And obviously Naughty Dog expected it too, and obviously they don't care about other people not wanting this game to win. And I've seen other people talk about Last of Us Part 2 and how their thoughts on winning and whatever, and I seen one dude's video where he was completely ignorant about how people are like, oh, well, Last of Us Part 2 had a better experience, and you can't say the game is horrible if you haven't played it. Okay, first of all, just because people have not played Last of Us Part 2 or played any game whatsoever doesn't mean that they have, that they can't like it. You know what I mean? They hate a game for the right reasons. Like Last of Us Part 2, it had a shitty storyline. It was filled with nothing but SJW. The story didn't make any sense. They killed off a main character. They the game is horrible. It's just that simple. And people have to understand that. This game is horrible. And I know people will say, but yeah, but that's your opinion. Okay. But if you actually look at the game, if you look at all the drama that Naughty Dog has brought out to its fan base and everything, because mind you, Naughty Dog is a big studio, right? They've made some really good games. They've made Uncharted, they made Crash Bandicoot, they made Jack and Daxter. They've made some pretty solid good games over the years. So the fact that they would go and take a beloved franchise like Last of Us and fucking shit on it just because it wanted to cater to SJW and all these people that fucking shit on other people because of their political values and stuff. So how it got in here and how it won, I'll never know. I never will because it fucking infuriates me how they went through all the lengths to cause this much of a controversy. And obviously they did it last year, of course, because with Death Stranding, right? But I don't know. It's just stupid. It's just it really is. It's fucking stupid. It beat a lot of maturity of titles that actually beat in sales. And people are like, yeah, well, that's just an estimate. You don't know if it won any sales. It actually won for PS4 or whatever. It'd be considered the best PS4 game. Okay, but that's just your assumption. Some people have never looked at the sale charts, and that's why people like to make all these random assumptions based on how they look at it. Like, I'll say this: Ghost of Tsushima won more in sales than this game did, and that's a Sony title, mind you. These two are Sony titles, and for a Sony title, it actually beat this game, and this game actually did really well. It's a game that everybody really liked because it's a Japanese Assassin's Creed, as people compare it to, and I have yet not to play it, and I hope to play it. But even I really wanted this game to win, just because, well, I've seen gameplay footage of it, I've seen cutscenes. The game is really good. So obviously, yeah, I voted for this over this game. And I'm sure a lot of people have too. A lot of people were really hoping for this game to win. But nope, the Game Awards, nope, they don't care. It just shows they don't care. They don't care about people's votes. They don't care about their opinions. They don't care uh, who they place as votes. It's just they don't. They just don't. And this is an example of it. And I honestly don't care if other people come at me and say, "Oh, you hate a game. You're just being ignorant about Last of Us Part Two." Personally, I don't really care really what you have to say to me about this game. My opinions have not changed over this game whatsoever. So you can say whatever the hell you want. At the end of the day, I still think this game is shit. I really do. And I've listed many reasons on why I think this game is horrible. So I really don't care. It really doesn't matter to me. Like, if you like this game, that's fine. That's your opinion. But don't be so ignorant to come out and tell other people that, oh, well, you're just hating a game because you've never played it. Because that's not true. There's other people that have probably played the game, and there's other people that probably have seen cutscenes online and everything, and have seen it, and know that it's this piece of shit. So don't be that fucking stupid and come at people and say that they're ignorant because they have never played Last of Us Part 2. Because that's not true. Because there's people that have played it. So I'm just saying. Um, but yeah. So, and for Laura Bailey, which I know people are gonna ask me, well, what do you think of Laura Bailey as Abby? I like Laura Bailey. It's not that I don't think she's a horrible actress, and it's not that I don't think she deserved the award. By all means, if she's good, then she deserves it. You know what I mean? Like, Laura Bailey, she's voiced in really good anime. She's voiced in Full Metal Alchemist. She's voiced in Dragon Ball. She's voiced in Soul Eater. She's voiced in a lot of good animes, right? At the end of it, it doesn't matter if she won the award. I think people are more pissed off that the fact that it's the character that she portrayed. It's not the actress, right? I know people went after her on the internet, which I don't wish on anybody. You know what I mean? I don't wish on any celebrity whatsoever. But the fact is, I think people were just more upset at the fact that they gave her a role that basically was a character that nobody gives a shit about, right? And they kind of shoved it across everybody else's faces, right? Because they try to make Abby a character that everybody should care about when really nobody cares about that character, right? So it's not that I don't think Laura Bailey deserved it, and I don't think she's a bad actress. No, that's not the case. I like Laura Bailey, like I mentioned. She's a good actress. She's voiced in many good things. It's just the character that they gave her that is people are pissed about. That's what it is. And if Laura Bailey won, that's awesome. That's why, like, when this award here, when they showed it, I wasn't upset about it. I was like, she deserved it. She's a good actress. If it was like Ashley Johnston, or if it was other guys that have like talked shit on Twitter and bashed other people that have actually voiced in this game, okay, you know what? Maybe I'd be a little more like upset about it. But no, not Laura Bailey, because Laura Bailey, she's pretty good. So that I'm going to be a little bit gentle about. But everything else about this game, I'm not. I'm not going to be that generous. I'm not, because the game is horrible. The game is shit. The game is horrible. I don't care what anybody says. Um, but definitely the Game Awards didn't care. It was completely rigged. It definitely was trying to cater towards people like SJWs, the media journalists, uh, the press, Hollywood, everything. Because to tell you the truth, the Game Awards, it's all centered on Hollywood, of course, because the fact that it's all marketing, and the fact they've been getting so many celebrities involved and presenting the awards, everything. That's why nobody takes it seriously, because some of the awards, some of the nominations don't make any sense. Like, games that are part of it don't make any sense, right? And Last of Us Part 2, that's one of the main reasons why people did not take it seriously this year, because it got all this recognition and it didn't need to. Like, if it got like one or two awards, it would have been passable, but because it didn't, and because they kind of wanted to cater other people to uh, that were against the game, or rather people that were activists and SJW people, they wanted to cater that instead of people that actually did not like this game. So honestly, it was this Game Awards is a joke. That's why people don't take it seriously. That's why I didn't really watch it all that much. Um, even though, yeah, there were a few announcements I liked and everything, but no, I think this year it was horrible. It wasn't as bad as last year, even though, okay, yeah, it was more of a controversy last year too, but still wasn't bad. They still had some decent announcements, but no, this year it was just sad. It is. It's just sad, you know. And you would think, because they expect people to vote for their favorite games of this year, but no, they didn't. It just seemed like people's votes and people's choices in games nowadays, it just doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't, especially for these kind of award ceremonies. They don't. They just don't. It seems like their opinion and their votes don't matter, especially for a game that is just a piece of shit. So anyway, tell me what you guys' thoughts on the Game Awards. If you have seen it last night, if you uh, seen what they kind of did, tell me what you guys' thoughts. I'll see you guys next video. Take care.